Hey guys, what is going on? My name is NoahJ456 and welcome everybody to Wipeout. I don't know why I did that. Ow. Welcome everybody to the new Wipeout map. I actually had one of my buddies, I paid one of my buddies rather to make one of these maps for me here. So we have two different versions. The second version is just kind of like a test version. Everyone in the chat is like, oh my goodness. We have two versions. One's kind of like the test version, and one is obviously like the normal version. So it's a little bit different from the Wipeout maps that we played in the past. And the way it's different is actually going to make it a lot harder. And I think you guys are going to see that in just a second. As if I fail the obstacles, that's the big thing. Is that it's if I fail the obstacles. Because if I do the obstacles perfectly, it's not going to be a big deal. But if I fail the obstacles, I'm actually going to, instead of just teleporting back to it. Wipeout. Well, hey, that's one way to start it. We're gonna be going through, and basically the way it's different is that if you fall off and you fall in the water, you actually have to swim back to the stairs. Like there's no teleporting, there's no manually resetting. You physically have to swim back to the stairs, and it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great. Let me tell you. I'm looking forward to it, dude. It's been a while since we've actually, here, let me just show you guys. So say I'm like trying to do this objective. I'm like, oh no, I fell. So you don't just teleport back. You actually have to swim back to the start here. Oh wow, that round change sound though. 3 seconds into the stream and Noah's already lost it. All right, listen, man. It's all part of the master plan, dude. It's all part of the master plan. Boom. Boom. Oh, hello. We're gonna need to get jugged pretty quickly because I don't think you can take fall damage by falling in the water, but I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Oh, they're just trying to block my path. They're like, nah, fam. You don't get to come this way. No! Crap, dude. I hate the ball trap. Every single Call of Duty Wipeout map, I always fail the ball traps so many times. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is, but it is the hardest thing in the entire world for me to do the ball traps. Oh, they have like an entire sound pack for this. Did not know that. Very nice. Shh, hush, little zombie. Don't say a word. All right, come on, baby. Okay. Dude, okay, I'm not gonna rage already. It's less than 3 minutes in. I'm not gonna rage already. Come on, man. All right. What happened in World War II? World War II is actually I'm gonna be streaming it again very soon, actually, because the new DLC is coming out, and with that new DLC, okay, here we go. This is the one that I keep falling on. Okay, cool. One more jump, and we made it. The new DLC is coming out, and in addition to the new DLC being a factor for doing it again. I actually have early gameplay. I don't know. You guys probably already saw this, but I went to LA recently and got gameplay of the new map, so we'll be playing it pretty soon. Should be pretty fun. Okay, 1500 for this. All right, this is pretty standard here. I would hope I wouldn't fall off here. Do you have to swim? Oh my gosh! If you fall back there, you have to swim all the way back to the start. Ouch. That's a major ouch right there. We actually have a pretty nice little training area right here. might not be a bad safe area to come back to. Of course, the floating zombies are there. Of course. ICR. Pretty good wall buys here, honestly. ICR is real good. Oh, that lines them up very nicely for killing. Very, very nicely for killing. World War II Easter egg already saw probably. Don't get me started, dude. All we did was turn on the power. We turned on the power, built the chain gun, but not the upgraded version of it, or what we assumed to be the upgraded version. We built that, and then we did pack a bunch. But they are all really, really easy to do. Like, all of it is super, super easy. Like, mega, mega easy. So it's not. It literally we played for 45 minutes. So that's all that we got, and yeah. So I'll have gameplay of that on Monday. Come on, Zombarinos, get on over here. It's Jigsaw all over again, dude. Jigsaw was, I think Jigsaw was definitely one of the most rage-inducing maps. I'd say the hardest map I've ever played is Decagon. Yeah, Decagon, not Octagonal Ascension, but Decagon. Decagon is like the harder version of Octagonal Ascension. So I definitely say that that's the hardest. First and foremost. Oh my gosh, that was slippy. Wait, can I not go back up there? Oh crap. It's gonna be hard to see zombies coming through there. Okay. Okay, never mind. This is bad. I thought it was okay, but this is actually bad. And those crowds go wild. So I was thinking that, like, it'll be pretty easy to go back up to the nice easy training spot. I am incorrect, senors. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! I need to jump in the water here in just a second. Okay, how many points is this? 3K points. Yikes. Okay, we're gonna have to be here for a hot minute. I have to wall by that FFAR. Ooh, Death Machine, not bad. Yo, Quentin Taylor Roberts says, I want to invite you to my fiance and I's wedding. I know it's far-fetched, but we would love your visiting with an honor if you can. What do you think? Depends. Where are you getting married? Death Machine! Where are you getting married at? That's the real question. Because if I have to fly, probably not. Unfortunately. If I don't have to fly, we'll see. We'll see. How funny would that be if I actually went to a subscriber's wedding? I could just vlog the whole thing, right? You'd be cool with me vlogging the whole thing? Oh, dude, I'm a terrible vlogger unless I am like doing something. If it's just like me recording my day, like I'm terrible at that. But I know a lot of you guys saw the Alcatraz video. You guys remember when I went to Alcatraz, Mob of the Dead in real life? Wipeout time! Okay, here we go. We gotta do the little jumpy jumps right here. Okay. And then let's grab some double tap right here. What's our next obstacle here? Zipline. That's pretty easy. That's pretty easy. Okay, still just zipline. The time warp makes everything go black and white now. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty darn sick. Oh crap, my ammo is all gone. Really gotta hope for some ammo drops right here. Okay, that's quite unfortunate. All right, now we gotta cross the ravine of death. We gotta go back over there. Actually, let's just jump in the water. Oh crap, the zombies are gonna beat me there! No, 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 no! Oh gosh, okay, we're good, we're good. Oh crap, we still have it. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. 100% I'm dead. Dude, why are the crawlers so creepy crawly right now? Oh, mama. Okay, that was only slightly terrifying right there. Whew. that would have not been nice. Man's forgot you needed points to buy guns. Yeah, well. Listen, man. just be cool about it. Just be cool. All right, here we go. We're ziplining. I don't know what animation this is, but okay. Okay, we're getting to the later obstacles here. Finally, at max ammo. After many millennium. Max ammo! Ooh! The zombies are just like running across. Of course they are. Of course they are. Die, you fiends. Ooh! That zombie turn on though. Did you see that? That was like perfect, dude. You should play Dragon Ball FighterZ sometime. I mean, I'd be down. The thing is, like, I want to do other games on this channel. You guys know Noah J AFK, my second channel. I do like whatever the heck kind of games I want to, you know. The thing is, like, on my main channel, it seems like you guys only really actually want to watch zombies. Like, I did Sea of Thieves yesterday, the pirate game, and not many people like watched it. You know what I mean? The people who watched it loved it, but. Y'all are a very particular bunch. We'll say that much. A very particular bunch. Hey, we made it to the perks at the end. I wonder how much the Bible ending is. 30K? Oh, bro. This is easy as pie, man. This thing is as good as toast. Oh, there's a thunder gun wall by. Hello. I said hello. Hey, buddy. All right, let's get some zombarinas up in here. We gotta get maxed out. Juggernaut SFL says,
"You know the way."
I know the way, my brother. My brother, I know the way. Do you know the way? I know the way, my brother.
Okay, that's all. That's all I have to say about that. We are a fickle mistress. You are a fickle mistress. Or prop hunt. Prop hunt would be pretty fun. World War II prop hunt might be pretty fun, honestly. Would you guys watch some World War II prop hunt?
Death machine!
Might honestly be pretty darn fun.
Insta-kill!
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys. I actually do need some idea. Wait, hello? Insta-kill? I actually do need some ideas for, like, not streams, but videos you guys want to see. I need like some video ideas because I have a few that I could do. But basically, I'm going on my honeymoon in like a month and a half, and I'm gonna be gone for like 2 full weeks. So basically, I need you guys' help to come up with ideas, because my second channel, I'm just gonna pretty much just do a lot of Fortnite videos and stuff. And obviously, I'm gonna be doing my usual rage compilations, like clutch compilations, those kind of stuff. But I need to know what kind of videos you guys actually want. From me during that time while I'm on my honeymoon, because basically I won't be able to stream at all in the slightest. Okay. Should we pack punch one of these? Pack punch the FFAR. Let's do it. Hey, it's Q again. It's in Illinois. My fiance is probably your biggest fan. We had a serious talk. And we want to invite you and Martina. Not like to be my best man. I'm not that weird. Well, I would hope so. I would hope not. I would hope not. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm only coming to your wedding if I am your best man. That's the only way I am coming. Fireboat tutorial. You can stream on Periscope. Well, I mean, if I have a good enough internet connection, I can just stream on YouTube from there. Now, do you guys want to see any honeymoon vlogs and stuff like that? The problem is I'm really bad at vlogging. Like, I'm actually terrible at vlogging. I never think to do it, and I don't know. I feel awkward just doing it. No, checking the corner. There's a teleporter. Oh, there is a teleporter. Oh, you son of a gun, dude. You son of a gun. Oh no. I lost my high ground. I had the high ground and you ruined it. You ruined my high ground. Oh, it's slippery right here. That's what's making the trap hard. It's slippery. You just slide right into the zombies. Slide into the DMs like. No, Martina wants to as well. Cause she knows that I'm gonna be stressed about not streaming. She knows for a fact I'm gonna be very stressed about not streaming. I had the high ground. Right over the top of him, baby. Rainbow Six Siege? Now that's a bad idea, dude. I get absolutely bopped in Rainbow Six Siege. I prefer being the one wrecking people, not the one getting wrecked. And that happens every single time I play Rainbow Six Siege. VR chat compilation. I mean, we've had some pretty funny moments. Be like T Martin, show her butt a lot. T Martin does do that, and that's not even a roast, dude. That's just a fact. He knows it. I know it. We all know it. Anyone who's watched any of his vlogs knows it. That's funny. That's funny that you would comment that. To relax and not be stressed, my brother. Well, I mean, dude, leaving my channel. Like, here's the truth about it, man. Like, if I'm not streaming, my videos do way worse. Like, if I do not stream the video, then or stream it, it does worse. That's just a fact. That's just a matter of fact. That's just that's just how it goes, man. That's just how the cookie crumbles. I'm not mad about it. I'm just letting you guys know that if I do not stream, my videos do worse. And if my videos do worse, my channel does a lot worse. Basically, if I don't stream the video, it gets less likes. It doesn't do as well on my channel. And that makes me like not get as many subscribers, everything like that. And dude, it honestly stresses me out so much. It stresses me out to no end when my channel is doing poorly. Because I feel like if my channel's doing poorly, people aren't subscribing, people aren't coming in, then I'm doing something wrong, and it's like reflects exactly back on me, you know what I mean? So it's like whenever my channel is doing bad and everything like that, I feel like I'm letting you guys down because I'm making stuff that you guys do not want to watch. Stream a pre-recorded vid. Well, that doesn't really work either way. So I got a few funny videos planned already, but need more. I feel like every single video I make has to be like a banger. Like I can't just play a custom zombie map and upload it as a video and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be happy with how this turns out.
Max ammo!
Wipeout! Dude, the voice effects are so cool. I think that's my favorite part of this, dude. The voice effects are amazing. Just roast another YouTuber and you're fine, my man. Dude, I have no interest in roasting anyone, man. Except like jokingly. I don't know, man. I've been loving my second channel recently, and main channel is just kind of like I just feel stuck with it because I feel like you guys only want to watch zombies, which is fine. Once again, I'm not. This isn't like this is just my thought process as the person who is creating the videos. I feel like you guys only really want to watch zombies, and you don't want to watch anything else. But the number of people who want to watch zombies is going it's like going down, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope it's not becoming a chore. No, dude, I love making videos. I love waking up every day and making videos, streaming for a few hours on the second channel, coming over here, doing something zombies related. I love it, dude. It's just I don't love feeling like everyone's like just doesn't care about what I'm doing on my channel anymore, and it makes me feel like I need to switch something up. You know what I mean? We're not gonna be worth trying out yet, but that's what I do on my second channel. That's like me committing. Like if I focus my main channel all the way on Fortnite, I guarantee you I would get more views. Absolutely guarantee you I would get more views than I am right now. But I'm not. I would rather do Fortnite on the channel that I'm growing to be its own channel. You know what I mean? Like a channel that's not bound to any one game, that just kind of like plays PUBG, and then whenever Fortnite replaced PUBG, like I played H1 and then PUBG came out, and then I was playing a ton of PUBG, and then Fortnite came out, and I was playing a ton of Fortnite. You know what I mean? Like you record the video and act like you're streaming. Yeah, people will know the difference. Bet I'll send you the same day for 2019. Hot, for real though, much love, and thanks for all you do for your fan base and family. Love to help you out, brother. Much love. Yo, my man Spiderlink. Thank you, dude. I'll be looking out in the mail for it. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. What if you have somebody do a channel takeover, stream for you while you're gone? I don't know. I feel weird doing something like that, and plus I don't think I could find someone to do something like that. You know what I mean? Buy the Fender gun. It's really bad for points. That's the only thing. I could buy Mule Kick and then get the Fender gun. I almost can afford the ending. What do you guys want to be the second map we're playing? We're gonna do two maps today. What do you guys? I guess there's no way for you guys to know what maps I have downloaded. So as soon as I get 30k points, I'll back out, or I'll beat the game, back out, and then show you guys all the maps I've downloaded, and we can pick one. We're gonna do a double header for sure. Uh-oh.
Insta-kill! Well, that was
Easy.
quite a performance, folks. They
19
did
rounds
win a
to beat the whole
car,
thing.
But they did qualify to get a brand new copy of Wheel of Fortune for the SNES.
Oh, it was Wheel of Fortune, dude. It was a Wheel of Fortune voice. I was trying to figure out what that was from the entire time, dude. I was trying to figure that out the entire time. A horror game? You guys want to see some horror games? I don't know what game I should play that would be a horror game. Y'all have any suggestions for what should be a horror game? I don't know, man. I don't know. All right. Hold on. Zombie tower. Let's do a zombie tower survival. Whatever this is. Let's do this. Maybe I'll try top 5s. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I just want people. I just want to like be able to look at like the likes and the views and be like, okay, people really enjoyed this video. I haven't been able to feel like that on the main channel for a while. What in the ever blazes is this?
You need a little
I don't know, man. Like being a YouTuber is awesome, but this is the way the way I've been feeling about my main channel the last few days is like, I don't know, man. Especially when it has so many subscribers. What? Like it has an insane amount of subscribers. You know what I mean? But like it's actually a nutty amount of subscribers. Crap, I'm gonna die. No, my screen was still okay. Whatever. And seeing like less than 100,000 out of those 3 million people or 3.2 million people want to watch, want to put out. I don't know, man. Kind of depressing a little bit. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Do you guys want me to stop talking? I can definitely stop talking about this. This is like my own thing. Like it's not you guys, especially those watching. It's not any concern of you guys because it's like. You guys are here watching and supporting, so like, there's nothing for me to like. Oh my gosh, that lagged my entire game out.
Focus car.
It's like a creepy little bear there. VR chat has been fun, and there have been a decent number of people actually watching those streams. Maybe we should do more VR chat. Whoa.
When I was 18 years old, I saw for the first time in my life, I saw a vision of clarity. I saw a comic strip, a 3-panel comic strip that, though simple as it seemed, changed my being, changed who I am, made me who I am. Enlightened me. The strip, Garfield. The comic strip was new, no more than maybe a month and a half since inception, since coming into existence. And there it was before me in print. I saw it, a comic strip. What was it called? Garfield. The story here is of a man, a plain man. He is John, but he is more than that. I will get to this later. But first, let us just say he is John, a plain man. And then there is a cat, Garfield. This is the nature of the world here. When I see the world, the politics, the future, the satellites in space, and the people who put them there, you can look at everything as a man and a cat. Two beings in harmony and at war. So this strip I saw about this man, John, and the cat, Garfield, you see, yes. It is about everything. This little comic is, oh, lo and behold, not so little anymore. So yes, when I was 18, I saw this comic, and it hit me all at once. Its power. I clipped it, and every day I looked at it, and I said, okay, let me look at this here. What is this doing to me? Why is this so powerful? John Arbuckle, he sits here, legs crossed, comfortable in his home, and he reads his newspaper. The news of the world, perhaps. And then he extends his fingers lightly, delicately. He taps his fingers on an end table and he feels for something. What is it? It is something he needs, but it is not there. And then he looks up, slightly cockeyed, and he thinks. His newspaper in his lap now, and he thinks this. Now where could my pipe be?
What is happening?
I always come to this because I was a young man. I'm older now. And I still don't have the secrets, the answers. So this question still rings true. John looks up and he thinks, now where could my pipe be? And then it happens. You see it. You see, it's almost like divine intervention. Suddenly, it is there and it overpowers you. A cat is smoking a pipe. It is the man's pipe. It's John's pipe. But the cat, this cat Garfield, is smoking the pipe. And from afar and from someplace near but not clear. Near but not clear. The man calls out. John calls out. He is shocked. Garfield! He shouts. Garfield. The cat's name.
Why am I listening? What is this about Garfield?
Let's take a step back. Let us examine this from all sides, all perspectives. And when I first came across this comic strip, I was at my father's house. The newspaper had arrived and I picked it up for him and brought it inside. I organized his sections for him and then, yes, the comic strips section fell out from somewhere in the middle and landed on the kitchen floor. I picked up the paper pages and saw up somewhere near the top of this strip. Just like John, I too was wearing an aquamarine shirt.
Okay.
So I thought, interesting. I'll have to see to this later. I snipped out the little comic and held on to it. And 5 days later, I re-examined it. And it gripped me. I needed to find out more about this.
Dude, I am
The information
so
I had was
confused
minimal,
right now.
but enough. An orange cat named Garfield. Okay, that seemed to be the linchpin of this whole operation. Yes, another clue. A signature in the bottom right corner. A man's name. Jim Davis. Yes, I'm onto it for sure. So, 1, Garfield, orange cat. And 2, Jim Davis, the creator of this cat.
This is not from the Garfield movie.
Curiously plain man. I did not know at the time that his name was John. The strip, you see, had no mention of this man's name, and I'd never seen it before. But I had these clues.
Dude,
Jim
this
Garfield.
monologue about Garfield is making me question my very
Then I saw
existence,
more.
dude.
I spotted the tiny copyright mark in the upper left corner. Copyright 1978 to... What is this? Copyright belongs to a Pause Incorporated. I used the local library and mail services to track down the information I was looking for. Jim Davis, a cartoonist, created a comic strip about a cat, Garfield.
Yes, we know.
And a man.
We realize that it's about Garfield.
John Arbuckle. Well, from that point on, I made sure I read the Garfield comic strips. But as I read each one, as each day passed, the strips seemed to resonate with me less and less.
Oh,
I
sad.
sent letters to Pause Incorporated, long letters, pages upon pages. asking if Mr. Jim Davis could somehow publish just the one comic over and over again. It would be meditative, I wrote. The strength of that. Could you imagine? But no response. The strips lost their power, and eventually I stopped reading, but I did not want my perceptions diluted, so I vowed to read the pipe strip over and over again. That is what I call it. The pipe strip. The pipe strip. Everything about it is perfect. I can only describe it as a miracle creation. Something came together. The elements aligned.
You are Cage.
It's
You
like
are
the
the
comets,
cat.
the cosmic orchestra that is up there over your head. The immense, enormous void is working all for one thing, to tell you one thing. Gas and rock and purity and nothing. I will say this. When I see the pipe strip, and every single time I look at the lines, the colors, the shapes that make up the three-panel comic, I see perfection. Do I find perfection in many
Please help me.
things?
This is actually a hard map.
Some things, I would say. Some things are perfect.
It's not hard so far, but it's gonna
I
be
can
getting
look
hard.
at
I
the
can
little
tell.
tuft of hair on John Arbuckle's head. It is the perfect shade. The purple
Hey Neil,
pipe in
just wanted to
Garfield's
say
mouth.
thank you for
How
everything
could
you do,
a
my
mere
dog
mortal
Monty, and
even
I
read
like to
this?
watch your streams, and so does Monty. Smile, I would really
I have
like
a
to meet
theory
you one day.
about Jim
If I
Davis.
did, I'd die a happy man.
After copious research, and yes, of course, now we have the internet, and this information is all readily available, but Jim Davis, he used his life experiences to influence his comic. And like I mentioned before, none of them seem to have the weight of the pipe strip. But you have to wonder about the
confused.
man who is able to even just once create the perfect form, a literally flawless execution of art. Brilliance just isn't a word. I think there's a spiritual element at work. I've seen my share of bad times, and when you have something, well, it's just emotions and neurons in your brain, but something tells you that it's the truth. Truth's radiant light. Garfield the cat? Neurons in my brain. It's harmony, you see. John and Garfield. It's truly harmony, like a continuous, looping, everlasting harmony. The lavender chair, the brown end table, the salmon-colored wall, the forest green carpet, and Garfield is hunched, perched, perhaps with the pipe stuck firmly between his jowls. His tail curls around. It's more than shapes, too, because Okay, stay with me. I've done this experiment several times. You take the strip. You trace only the basic elements. You can do anything. You can simplify the shapes down to just blobs, just outlines, but it still makes sense. You can replace the blobs with magazine cutouts and other things. Replace John Arbuckle with a car parked in a driveway sideways. Cut that out of a magazine.
Does anyone else just
Replace it there
gradually
in the second
slipping
panel
into the
with a
abyss, or is it just me?
food processor? Okay. And then we put a picture of the planet in the third panel over Garfield. It still works. These are universal proportions. I don't know how best to explain why it works. I've studied the pipe strip and analyzed John and Garfield's proportions against several universal mathematical constants. E, pi, the golden ratio, the Feigenbaum constants, and so on. And it's surprising. Scary.
My dog, Monty,
Things
I like
a
watching
lot.
shoes, so does Monty. I really like me one day.
You
and
can
if I didn't
take
die,
just
happy
tiny
man.
pieces
Yo,
of the
dude,
pipe strip.
I'll
For
definitely
instance,
be doing
take
some
John's
more
elbow
meetups.
from the
I
second
don't know when,
panel.
but I'll definitely be doing some more
Take
meetups
that
at
and
some
project
point.
it back
So,
over John's entire
you guys-
shape in the
if
second
you're interested,
panel, and you'll
just
see a
keep
near
on the lookout for
perfect
that
Fibonacci
kind of stuff,
sequence
man.
emerge. It's eerie to me. It makes you wonder if you're in the presence of a deity, if there is some larger hand at work. There's no doubt in my mind that Jim Davis is a smart man. Jim Davis is capable of anything, to me. He is remarkable. But this is so far beyond that. I think we might see that this work of art is revered and respected in years to come. Jim Davis is possibly a new master of the craft, a genius of the eye. They very well may say the same things about Jim Davis in 500 years that we say about the great philosophical and artistic masters from centuries ago. Jim Davis is a modern-day Socrates, Da Vinci, mixing both striking visual beauty with classical, daring, unheard-of intellect. Look. He combines these things to make profoundly simple expressions.
This
This
guy
strip is his
really
masterpiece.
likes Jim.
Pipe strip is his masterpiece.
And then Jane says,
It's a masterpiece of
one
the-
thing I love to watch you play is play zombies with other people's,
I often look
hardware.
at
I love watching you rest
Garfield's particular
funny
pose in
times
the
of good gameplay. Yeah, that's,
His
dude,
poise
you're
is
absolutely right. I think
His cat stare is reminiscent of the fiery gazes often found in religious iconography. But still, his eyes are playful, lying somewhere between the solemn father's expression in Rembrandt's Return of the Prodigal Son and the coy smirk of Da Vinci's St. John the Baptist. His ears stick up, signifying a peaked readiness. It's as if he could at any moment pounce. He is, after all, a close relative and descendant of the mighty jungle cats of
Chris says, I
Africa
looked up and it's an hour-long
Right.
monologue. Rip. How did you
could see
how did
the
you
power
find it?
drawn into Garfield's hindquarters. Powerful haunches indeed.
So basically, in order to beat this map, you have to escape
Just saying this now, this is just coming.
escape the freaking monologue. Is what I'm
Third
hearing.
panel of the pipe strip is essentially a microcosm for the entire strip itself.
It's
All
an
the power
hour long.
dynamics, the
How?
struggle for superiority,
Keep your
right?
head up, man. You're
Who
awesome
has the
and help
pipe?
a lot
Where
of
is the
people.
pipe?
Your streams are
All
great.
of that
Keep
is
up the
drawn,
good work.
built,
Yeah,
layered
thank you
into
very
Garfield's
much.
iconic pose here.
Very much.
You can see it in the curl of his tail.
You
Garfield's
said
ear
you were
whiskers
just
stick
leaving
up
to
on
give
end.
milk
The
and
smoke
you'll be back in a
billows
jiffy.
upward.
It's been 22
Drawing
years,
the eye
Daddy.
upward.
I just want you to
Increasing
let me
scope,
die.
I'm just-
Sorry, Mr. Champ.
But after 33 years of
I got
reading and
lost.
analyzing the
I got
same
lost in
comic
the
strip,
sauce, man.
I'm able to find
What
new
can I say? I
dimensions.
went for
It's
the
a
milk, stayed
testament
for the
to work.
sauce. How?
For 6 years, I delved into tobacco research because can cat smoke? This is a metaphysical question. Yes. Can any cat smoke? Do you know?
What is
Can
the
just
point of
Garfield
this? Is this like a famous monologue or something?
The research says no. Nicotine poisoning can kill animals, especially household pets. All it takes is the nicotine found in as little as a single cigarette. Surely John's pipe holds a substantial amount of tobacco. And it is true that pets living in the homes of smokers are nearly 25% more likely to develop some form of cancer, most likely due to secondhand smoke. But these are facts of smoking and its tolls on our world. But after visiting 2 tobacco processing plants in Virginia and the Philip Morris cigarette manufacturing facility, I came no closer to cracking the meaning. I was looking for any insight. A detective of a homicide case has to look at every angle. So I'm always taking apart the pipe strip. I focused on every minutia, every detail of this strip. John Arbuckle's clothing.
Please in my suffering.
replicas. I'm an expert in textiles. So you see, this smoking thing was a hang-up for me.
That's really, really
was
bad.
the statement
That's
here?
actually really, really bad.
Until, and this is key, this is the breakthrough. The pipe is not a pipe, really. Obviously, there is symbolism at work here. I saw that from the beginning, and I looked at the literal aspects of the strip to gain insight into the metaphors at play. I worked at a newspaper printing press for 18 months in the late 1980s. I was learning the literal to inform the gestural, the subliteral, the in-between. John reading the newspaper means so much more than just John reading the newspaper. But how could you ever hope to decipher the puzzle without knowing everything there is to know about newspapers? Okay. For example,
Make it stop!
John holds his paper up with his left hand, thumb gripping the interior. I learned that this particular grip here is the newspaper grip of 19th century aristocrats. And this aristocrat grip was a point of contention that influenced the decision to move forward with prohibition in the United States in the early 20th century. So John's hand position is much more than that. It is a comment on class war and the resulting
No, it's
reactionary
not.
culture.
It's a freaking Garfield comment, dude.
But I
Comic.
didn't know about the aristocratic newspaper grip until I came across some microfiche archives at the printing press. It's about
Please!
information. You have to take it apart.
Play
And
the
the
play the
breakthrough
Frogger
on the
map.
smoking
it's
cat
Mexi
came
Noah,
Play the
hardest map
Frogger
Black Ops
map.
3 Nation
Oh,
has
sexy,
completed.
smexy
8
Noah.
years
The
ago.
hardest map in
Frogger
Bo3.
was
No
Smoking
streamer
cat
has
definition.
completed
It's
it
an
yet,
industry
but
term.
I have faith in you.
It's what the
Oh,
smoking
sexy
industry
Noah.
calls a
Frogger will
tattletale
continue.
teenager who tells on
Frogger
his
is the
friends after
definition
they've
of
all
hard.
tried smoking for the first time. And it's actually a foreign translation, bastardization of the term smoking rat. But the phrase was confused when secret documents went back and forth between China and America.
Stop, just stop.
These documents
It's gonna
are
be
still
okay.
secret.
Hey, listen.
And the
guy.
only reason I know about the term is because I know a man, my friend. Let's call him Timothy. Yes, it's a fake name for his profession. Timothy worked for Philip Morris for 16 years, and he had seen the documents. When he told me, it was an aha moment. And he said, but how? How could this cartoonist, Jim Davis, know about this obscure term from the mid-70s used exclusively by a few cigarette companies?
Ooh, that's so bad.
This is still a
That's
mystery.
actually so bad. I did not realize I could
But
fall
I
off the
connected
edge.
dots by noting Jim Davis's childhood experiences on a farm. must have
Dude,
seen
I'm
something.
just gonna kill Jim Davis after this.
What could
So,
it be?
so that way this guy doesn't have to think about it anymore.
Timothy went on to tell me there was one particular smoking
Noah,
cat,
you missed
a
my
boy,
last tip,
from
but I think you should get
yes,
back on World
Indiana.
War II and
boy
try the new
named
Blood
Ernie
Raven Neo
Barguckle,
character
who became a
challenges
thorn
on
in the
Reddit.
side of the
I think
tobacco
it will
companies for a
help
couple
bring
years.
Hype back to World War II for
He did more than travel
DMC1.
to his parents.
I haven't heard
He and his
about that,
family
but I'll
took
check it
legal
out, dude.
action.
I'll check
They
it out.
eventually received a huge settlement payout. But that name is too similar. Ernie Barguckle. John Arbuckle. Jim Davis must have used this. There's more here. Ernie Barguckle spent nearly half of that settlement money on experimental medical procedures to cure his impotence. He was impotent. So
I need a
he
max
was a
ammo
smoking
more than
cat with
anything right now.
a metaphorical pipe that did not work. And you're starting to see the layers here? This is exciting stuff.
No, it's
You
not.
start to get a whole picture here, and it informs the work. It's just remarkable.
How much farther? Okay,
Jim
we're getting
Davis
close.
took
We're
these
getting
raw
closer.
ideas, these pieces, and he transformed them into smart social commentary that is
Okay,
also ravishingly
please don't work out, man. We're gonna so many views like Servo. I don't
cried.
think so, man. I don't think anyone
cried,
wants to watch me.
cried. I've cried over this piece.
Awesome.
It just
let me see your other one. No, I think you should
Gets
make
into
one.
my soul.
Okay, you said the same
I
thing.
tried to explain this to
I didn't
people.
hear
I
about that. What is the
the
Blood
newspaper
Raven
articles
Mountaineer
about
challenge?
Ernie Barguckle.
You guys know it?
People have fought me on this. They don't see it, or they are closed-minded. How can a comic strip about a cat smoking a pipe mean any more than that? But it is
It
more.
doesn't. That's the crazy
When
part.
I feel spiritual or start to think existentially, I still see this comic. Here is something from 1981 that I wrote in thinking about the implications of this trip. This is just an excerpt here. There's more before and after, but this part is the essence to me. If a comic about a cat smoking a pipe can be the only thing in the universe, then maybe this is the strongest evidence for that. Many of you say, oh, but I am not blind. I have never been blind. But when you truly see, you will understand just how truly blind you once were to even think it right to say you were not blind. What does a blind man see? Blackness, darkness, blankness, black darkness, dark blankness, the absence of things, quite literally no thing. No things.
Come on, give me a good gun here.
Nothings.
Dude, this Garfield monologue is
see
really is getting
nothing.
me inspired, man.
And I bring you into the light. A cat
about
has
you
your
guys?
pipe. You've been blind. You understand this? A cat has your pipe.
Garfield, give me my pipe back.
You can't fully immerse yourself. You don't have the light. You don't have the radiance, the radical light, the
Honestly,
radically
it's a
radiant
decent
light of
idea
truth,
for
and
a
truth's
map.
belonging
Like just
love
putting
and
a
nature of light and
monologue
loving
about
truthful
nothing over it
radiance.
while you're fighting to stay
So
alive.
don't be bold and make bold statements. I know of you. The cat has your
Is
pipe.
this famous or something?
The cat has your pipe. Remember that.
Guys, always, if there's
That
one
writing,
thing you should
well,
take away from the stream, it's that the cat
it's
has
kind
your
of
pipe,
rough.
chat.
Kind
The
of an
cat has your pipe.
early
How do you
80s
feel about
feel.
that? Chris says, I
see
hope
that?
the Garfield is the final
I'm
boss at
still-
the top of the tower. I do,
I'm still proud of
personally.
it.
Personally, I agree.
Sometimes I imagine that it is the editorial column of the newspaper John Arbuckle is reading. It's an exercise in recursion. It's like a vortex opens up. It's like you hold two mirrors up to each other. One is reality and the other is a cartoon strip. Let's see. Oh yes, I must bring this up because I think surely Jim Davis is again speaking on multiple levels by including the details set before us in the comic. Notice the glimpse of John Arbuckle's foot. The size of the shoe would indicate that maybe the man just has small feet. But a deeper investigation takes us to the foot-binding rituals of certain Asian cultures. Inflicted usually on women for the desire of men, this practice was incredibly painful and crippling. Ah, Mr. Davis is here presenting us with a man, or rather, man.
Odie Wilson, sorry you had to
engages in
sponsor
foot
during the weirdest stream I've
body
ever
modification
done.
for women.
But thank you for
top of
sponsoring, dude. I appreciate
being
that.
without his pipe or impotent. This is a man facing extreme inner turmoil. The panels tell that story
Round
subconsciously.
25. No pack punch guns.
Notice the background wall shading of the first panel points inward toward John, the second panel. And the sharp, tapered end of the purple pipe in the third frame also points at John in the second panel, inward. The eye is drawn to the center panel. You can connect these points and draw a triangle across the panels, and this triangle will align with the reoriented points of John's collar. This is majestic artwork.
Stop!
To uncover
It's
this
a
hidden
Garfield
order is
comic.
bliss like I've never known. Comfort in an empty world. I can't help but read the thought bubble again and again. Now where could my pipe be?
32.
Now where could my pipe be? It is a profound question.
Yeah, get those
Why
triggered
am I here?
emotes in the chat.
What is my
sponsors.
purpose? It is reflection and self-examination.
32K points.
It is facing the dust, the misery of a cold, careless universe. You can feel the weight of it. Now where could my pipe be? One imagines the author Jim Davis nearly teetering on the edge of insanity. His rationality, his lucidity hovering over the void. And he seeks the truth. You can see it in the line quality of the drawings, the thoughtful, controlled outlines mixed with the occasional chaotic scribbles that lurk in the shadows and Garfield's dark stripes. It's almost as if Garfield is chaos himself. Yes, he is the embodiment of chaos, disorder, hatred, fear, thievery, death, destruction, desolation.
Do you guys
These are
think of
the
that when
things
you think of Garfield?
represents.
I think of
He
that when I
stole
think
the
of
pipe.
Garfield.
He sits with his back to
personally.
John Garfield. Garfield, this chaos cat Garfield has turned his back on everything, everyone. One recalls the great existential forces in literature. Camus, Rousseau, Kafka's Gregor Samsa, or Sartre's Antoine Roquentin.
God, I'm gonna need a max ammo.
Garfield the cat sees the hopelessness of life.
How many points? How many points is it for the next score? So I can escape this.
This is why Jim Davis has chosen smoking. It represents a recklessness, a disregard for what some would define as the beauty of life. Garfield may die from the nicotine. He may not. He defies life. He sits defiant, saying nothing, but looking as if he could say, then let me go. It does not matter. It does not matter. And we are faced
Grudge
with
is pretty good,
this.
actually.
Could John behave the same? Is John the glimmer of hope?
Hey Miller, first time donating
seems to
watching
be
from
unsure.
Scotland. Love the
Again,
streams,
his
watch so
question.
many Fortnite streams over
Now,
the
where
holidays.
could my pipe
Questioning my own existence,
indicates
listening
that
to
he is
this
wrestling
haha.
with his own
This is
existence.
my own existence listening to this, dude.
The center panel centers the issue, and
That,
again,
dude, this is
this
why
harkens to many
like
great
art.
religious works of art.
32,500.
Talking about the pipe strip in relation to religion. It's interesting to assign the roles of God and anti-God, or as many know him, to be the devil, or on a much larger scale, simply the forces of good and evil. Garfield, the thief cat, evil and malicious. He is the devil, placed to the right. And note the two forms of John. The John on the left, still innocent, still draped in the delight of the lack of knowledge. He is the humans in the Garden of Eden. He feels for his pipe, but he has yet to eat from the tree. And Garfield,
How many
the
points to
sinister
escape this
serpent.
nightmare? 50k.
And notice how Jim Davis has framed this. The center John is locked in a struggle between his innocence and knowledge of the truth, knowledge of the existence of evil. It is stunning. The great struggle, the struggle that transcends time. Jim Davis floats over all of this as creator, God of sorts, in his own right. And he presents this cautionary
50k
message
points,
to
then we
us
can end
all.
this
It
nightmare,
is as
dude.
if he is speaking from high. He is saying unto our awaiting ears, where will you be when the cat reveals itself? I can tell you where you will be. You will have a choice. You can face endless suffering, eternal misery. You can be forced and beaten down with barbarians who claw at each other just for a view of salvation. They'll tear your eyeballs out and rip your gizzards from end to end.
Oh.
They worship this cat, this false idol, this evil, horrible cat. Do not be seduced by the cat in the pipe.
No, Garfield, I will not be seduced.
Garfield, thy name is a mark of the demons of hell.
Okay, what is it called?
Something like this.
What is it?
To those listening, it is a stark reminder to
What
follow
is this
the path
monologue
of the
called?
first panel
For the
chart.
person who found it?
Be humble, be grateful. Honor the law and honor
50k
thyself.
points, and we can
Be
put
true
it
and be
into
good.
this, man.
No harm. Pray for salvation. It will be granted unto you. Be like John Arbuckle as he lowers his head. Be like John Arbuckle as he lowers his paper, as he turns his head. Thou with John Arbuckle and praise unto the Creator Jim Davis, and banish Demon Garfield from your life. So what is all this? What am I saying? Aha.
It's a really great question.
What does
were
all
you
this
saying?
mean? Why is this one comic strip so important to me? And why do I feel the need to share this? Obligation. I have an obligation to you all.
He has an
This is
obligation to
redemption.
tell us this, guys.
This is a belief in redemption, a sacrifice of all the obvious trappings of this false modern life. Look at the simplicity in this strip, in the pipe strip. Look at the simple clothes John wears.
Oh, it's getting to be
Look at his
inspirational
simple,
music
basic
now.
furniture. No adornments on the wall. Even the very pipe his cat Garfield stole
727.
is a plain, modest
1978.
pipe.
Interesting.
And I have adapted this way of life. It speaks to me.
Is it? How many views
Now
does it have on
times-
YouTube? Can someone find it
well,
on YouTube and tell me how many
You
views
don't
the
need me to
top
point out
viewed
the
one
hyperbole
has?
of times. You have children being born 8 or 9 at a time.
Garfield
You
is
have more
smart.
money spent on a single Hollywood movie than some nations can spend feeding their starving people. Torture. Distrust. Look around you. It's overwhelming. What can you contribute? And every day I look in the mirror and I hold this comic up to the mirror and I look into the mirror and at this little comic strip. Be humble. Thank you. It is a reminder. Be respectful. You are a statue. You are fragile.
Can I get an eye in the
Shadow.
chat
Where will
if
those
this has changed
pieces
your
go?
life? Give me an eye.
Ask this
930,
question.
Almost 1 million views.
Will you ask?
It's crazy.
Humankind is only as great as you. You, the individual. It begins and ends with you. You must treat this expedition, this search, this life with a reverence and intensity found only in the
All right,
smallest
50k
sticks,
points to end
the
it all.
littlest leaf, the tiniest stone, the most minuscule grain of sand on a beach of billions. This is the secret. You want the pipe? Do you want to know where the pipe has gone? You ask yourself. You ask. You ask. You ask. Now where could my pipe be? When I was a young man, I remember now, I first saw this comic when I was 18 years old.
Oh, we remember. You said it like 16 times.
But I was youthful, vibrant. For weeks I denied that a comic strip was having such a profound effect on me. I was much like John Arbuckle. In this middle panel, he says, now where could my pipe be? You can look into his eyes, his half-closed eyes, and think to yourself, now Surely, John, surely you cannot be this naive. This is nothing new for you. And if you've read more of the Garfield comic strips by Jim Davis, you'd understand what I am saying now. Garfield the cat does things like this all the time. He will take things from
How could
John.
you be so stupid,
Food,
Jim?
items,
Or John?
anything. This is his very nature. So you see this, and you want to say, John Arbuckle, come now. You are lying to yourself. You are lying to yourself and to all of us if you pretend to have not any idea where your pipe has gone. Perhaps you think you left it somewhere else, but you're not so forgetful. You are lying to yourself.
Why are you lying to yourself, John?
You are lying to yourself, John Arbuckle.
Is this a Treyarch
You know
map?
that
Yes, this is a
Garfield
Treyarch map.
Somewhere deep down, you know this. You don't even need to think the question. And that was me when I saw this strip. 1 week passed, and each morning I'd open my drawer and slam it shut again. I would go to look at the comic, but I'd pause and think, oh no, I don't need this comic. I don't need to look at it. But there I was, lying to myself. I did need to see it. And so I did. It's funny. You give in, and that is the transition from the second panel of life to the third panel of life. It is a simple story structure, the passage from the second act to the third, the twilight of things. John gives in to his suspicions. He knows the truth. He's always known the truth. He yells out, Garfield, Garfield, Garfield! There's like pressure from a steam valve being released. The buildup is unbearable, and then it's gone.
What am I listening to? This is part of the
So it
map,
is like
dude. It's in
this.
the map.
When I speak
All
about
right, we're almost done.
the truth, the light, the radiance, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. This is the essence of this brilliant work of art. The practical mixing, meeting, agreeing with the spiritual, it is all here.
We're almost
Spirituality
at
is not an easy
50K.
thing
Okay,
to
hold on.
confront.
Before we,
You might find yourself able to wrap your mind around a simple math problem or a basic newspaper article. But intellect is much
hold on.
less
I
subjective.
gotta try one thing.
What is spirituality?
There's like a secret way
How
that
have I
you
found
can go,
spiritual
and I want
peace
to try it
and
now that I have
serenity?
PhD flopper. Now that I have PhD.
A long time ago, after I encountered the pipe strip, I spent some time, as I mentioned before, soul searching.
Okay, it's up here.
When something impacts you or alters your very perception so greatly, there is a long period of confusion and recovery time. It's as if you don't know who
Okay.
you are.
Here we go.
And that can be a very scary prospect, especially if you thought you had a good grasp on that
Oh.
sort of thing.
Oh,
Imagine if Jim Davis did not know who he was. Would he be capable of shaping the cultural landscape?
all right, guys,
as
it's
he's
almost
done?
over. Unless you guys want me
Of
to
course
just
you
keep listening and listen
how
to the
about his
next
characters?
45
John.
minutes of it. It's 45 minutes longer, I'm pretty sure.
What if Jim Davis suddenly
Someone
woke
said it
up
was
and
over an
didn't know
hour.
who John was?
So I'm pre-
What if he
I've been
couldn't
playing-
make
so
the
there's like
informed
another, like,
decisions
30
to accurately depict
20 or 30
Garfield's
minutes on this.
personality?
You guys want to listen
Because
to it?
he could no longer specify
That's too
or
bad. I'm ending the
demarcate
nightmare.
boundaries of Garfield's behavior.
Right here, right
What
now.
kind of comic would that be? You see?
Oh my gosh.
So draw the parallel. I saw this comic, and
36
yes,
minutes.
I was
There's still
disoriented.
24 minutes left of that.
And if I didn't reconcile this issue with myself, what kind of person would I be? Undoubtedly dire circumstances, but remember, this was not a math problem. This was not an article. This was not something I could just
Ended.
figure out.
Oh my gosh. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh. Oh. Oh, mio mio. Wow. That was quite incredible. That was quite incredible. Wow, thank you for that enlightening experience. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here because I have a lot to think about, man, in my life. We should rename this stream. We should rename the stream. Oh, that's another reason why my stream wasn't getting all the viewers is because it got demonetized. Wow. I was wondering why we had lower viewers than usual. It's because my stream got demonetized. Thanks, YouTube. Everyone get a big thanks, YouTube, in the chat. Thanks, YouTube. Man plays Wipeout zombies and questions his existence. Okay, that's the new title. Man plays Wipeout zombies and questions his existence. I was wondering why you guys or why there's lower viewers than normal. Now I know why. Thanks, YouTube. Glad I streamed for an hour, not even knowing that my stream was demonetized. For what reason, I have no idea. Thanks, YouTube. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. I didn't even get a notification either. Probably because it was demonetized. Well, thanks, YouTube. YouTube's just the best, man. It's called 7/27/1978. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Appreciate it. Craig says first time watching it. Donated from Scotland. I love this watching streams. So many Fortnite streams over the holidays. Question mark. Yeah. Thank you. Read that one. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching my demonetized stream. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad YouTube really treats its creators really well. That's awesome. And we'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, all that good stuff, and see you in the next one.